West Bengal, marred by violence, deaths and protests, finally wound up with the counting today. The latest figures show the TMC set to sweep the elections with the BJP a distant second. The final figure is yet to be released by the State Election Commission, but here is where the tally stands as of now. As per the SEC, of the 63,000 plus Gram Panchayat seats, the TMC has already won 8,232 and is leading in 2,700 plus. The BJP has won just over 1,700 and is leading in 734. The CPM is at 599 wins and is leading in another 531. And the Congress has won 362 and is leading in 531. But let's make no mistake, this election may be a panchayat election, but is being as closely watched as any Lok Sabha election, simply because we are now just 10 months away from the mother of all battles, and every electoral fight is seen as an indicator of what could lie ahead in 2024. Naturally then, the TMC in particular and the opposition parties in general are ecstatic because they think the beating of the BJP in the second election after the Karnataka Assembly polls has punctured the balloon of the saffron party's invincibility. But is it really that simple? Take a look at some of the interesting highlights that the panchayat results have thrown out. While the TMC has made a clean sweep, they have suffered as compared to the 2018 election results. And the maximum damage comes from the minority-dominated areas that used to be a stronghold for the party. For example, take Murshidabad, which, by the way, saw maximum violence and repolling as well. Here, the Congress and the left have gained significantly, and this gain has come at the expense of the Trinamool Congress. In Malda as well, which has a Muslim population of over 51%, the Congress has doubled the number of Gram Panchayat seats it has won so far. This tally may still change. The TMC ended up losing in the village of its strong man and former MLA Arabul Islam. And here, the ISF emerged as a winner. The BJP, on the other hand, has managed to win in areas like Cooch Behar and Nandigram, and even gave a tough fight to the TMC in Nadia, where the difference in seat share is now less than 100. The question then is, are these trends giving us any message for 2024? Has the Congress now shown green shoots in terms of returning as a potent contender to the BJP? And most importantly, if the parties who are trying to cobble together a coalition at the center, remember the Trinamool Congress and the Congress will both be sharing a stage next Monday in Bengaluru at the opposition unity meet. But if they end up contesting separately, won't they end up cannibalizing each other's vote and benefiting the BJP in the long run, as has been seen, or as has been the trend in what we see so far in the West Bengal Panchayat elections? Let me take that question across. Joining us now is Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP. Yashwant Deshmukh, Founder and Chief Editor of C Voter, will be joining us in just a while. Dr. Shantanu, MP and National Spokesperson, will also be joining us in a second. Nahid Lari Khan, Spokesperson of Samajwadi Party, joins us, along with Kamruzzaman Chaudhary, Leader of the Congress. Let me ask you first, Sanju Verma, Karnataka Assembly election, and now the West Bengal Panchayat election. Sounds like an ominous trend for the BJP.
Padmaja, I'm very confident you know better than that. But let me take the bull by the horns. The Trinamool Congress, just a few months back, lost the Sagar Digi bypoll, and that too in a minority-dominated seat. But everybody said, no, this is an aberration. The BJP increased its vote share from 1.1% in the West Bengal Vidhan Sabha polls in 2016 to 38% in 2021, increasing the number of seats from a measly 3 in 2016 to a massive 77 in 2021, which is a rise of 2,466%. We are today the largest party after the ruling Trinamool dispensation in West Bengal. Look at Lok Sabha 2019, Padmaja, when we got 18 seats and the Trinamool Congress had got 22 seats. The Congress was reduced to 2 Lok Sabha seats, the left was reduced to 0. Again, in the 2021 assembly polls, the Congress managed to get 0 seats, the left got 1, but we got 77. My limited point is this. If you're talking about Panchayat polls, and please bear with me for 20 seconds. If you're talking about Panchayat polls to be an indicator of how 2024 might pan out, I want to ask the opposition this. In April this year, barely 2 to 3 months back, the civic body, local body polls were held. BJP won all the 17 mayoral seats. BJP got 420 out of the 544 seats in urban local body polls. BJP got 823 out of the 1140 civic body seats in Uttar Pradesh, which means we had a strike rate of anywhere between 73 to 100%. But when we win in Uttar Pradesh, which sends the largest number of seats to Lok Sabha, that is no trend of
but then you quote it as a trend. Let me give you an example. You quoted the Surat municipal elections as a trend that you are sweeping Gujarat. You quote Telangana, the GHMC results, as a example of how you are going to, surge ahead in Telangana. Then similarly, West Bengal should be cause for introspection. And this comes on the heels of the Karnataka Assembly. Again, I repeat, one assembly, one panchayat. The opposition here in Bengaluru will be thinking, here's the formula to beat the BJP.
Padmaja, I think our worst performance in assembly polls in recent times in Karnataka was in 2013. The BJP was reduced to a measly 40 seats in the 2013 Karnataka Vidhan Sabha polls. But when the 2014 general elections were held, the Lok Sabha elections were held, we were more than double of what the Congress got. We got almost 19 seats. And then, in Lok Sabha 2019, we got 25 out of the 28 seats. So Karnataka, let's be very, very clear. And the manner in which law and order has taken a flying leap out of the window in Karnataka, with the Jain monk being murdered, a minor being gang raped in Belgavi, I think the voters have decided that Lok Sabha 2024, they will vote en masse for Narendra Modi again. Now coming to Telangana. Yes, the GHMC polls were a big victory for us, but did media give us credit for increasing our number of seats from 4 to 48? No. I don't think anybody gave us credit. I'm not talking of Padmaja Joshi. Oh, but so what if you raise your tally from 4 to 48?
Okay.
You are not the winning candidate. मतलब हम जीते, तब भी हमको नाखुश रहना चाहिए. हम हारे, तब तो खैर we will have a gun to our head in any case.
All right. Kamruzzaman Chaudhary, now you would be happy that you have done well in areas where, by the way, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also comes from, where you lost 2 of your workers. The first political murder that happened was in Murshidabad. It was of a Congress leader. And now the Congress has made significant gains as compared to 2018. The question that will be asked of you is, at whose cost? At the cost of the TMC. How are you going to end up fighting the BJP if you end up cannibalizing each other?
Now, Padmaja, it's not a question of cannibalizing each other, and what the voter wants, that's of paramount importance out here. After the Sagartigi election, or let me just quote you the 2019 election, where Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary had fought an election in 2021. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, his vote share was well above 45%. But the same, when you come down to 2021 assembly election, his vote share came down to 14%. We were really worried whether the vote base that the Congress party enjoyed in Murshidabad, Malda or Dinajpur is coming down or not. But then came the Sagartegi by-election, where we saw the entire minority votes shifting back to the Congress. And this is the trend, a party which is not in power in Bengal for the last 45 years has suddenly seen an upsurge in the vote share, in the perception angle also of the voters in the state. Now, what do the voters of Bengal exactly want now? Right now, they don't want a corruption marred Trinamool Congress government out here, nor did they accept the communal politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even the AIMIM has tried to try some luck out here in Murshidabad and Malda. You know what Oasis have said? 40 people have died in Bengal. 40 Bengalis, 40 Indians have died. But what he brought out was 22 Muslims have died in Bengal. This is the type of polarization that this party like the BJP or the AIMIM will try.
So this is not a polarization, it's simply poll arithmetic. Let me just pull up for you the numbers from Murshidabad. 2018 versus 2023. At 2018, the TMC had won 1,045 Gram Panchayat seats. Right now, tentative tally stands at 814. The CPM was at 64 last time around. Now it is at 178. And it is the Congress which from 186 has jumped up to 262. This is the tentative tally. Who loses? The TMC. Naturally, they'll be worried. And why? Let me get in Yashwant Deshmukh on that. In the West Bengal Assembly elections, Yashwant Deshmukh, 75% Muslims voted for the Trinamool Congress. Would you agree if that vote now gets divided, as has been seen in the Panchayat elections, Mamata Banerjee will have reason to worry, and perhaps so will the coalition parties meeting in Bangalore. How do they fight this divide which will dent all of them?
Well, Padma, it's not without a reason that Mamata Didi is asking Congress to contest only 200 Lok Sabha seats and leave the rest of the states, all the states, for the other opposition parties. She knows very well that her sweep last time was courtesy the meltdown, complete meltdown of the Congress and the left front vote banks. And any time if the Congress or the left, it starts growing up, it is going to cause big damage for Mamata Banerjee. So she knows it very well. This is why there is always a contradiction as far as this opposition unity front is concerned, largely because in the fight to stop the BJP, there are inherent contradictions of the grassroots level politics as far as all these parties are concerned. All these regional parties have grown over the last decades. They owe their existence to Congress. They have eaten up Congress vote bank to become what they are. Or in case of Mamata Banerjee, largely she has defeated the left. But primarily it is the Congress vote bank which Mamata Banerjee has kind of taken in as her TMC support base. So anytime, even there is a remotest possible chance of left or the Congress coming up, it is going to be disaster for Mamata Banerjee. She knows it very well. Now the question is, whether she would like to see do the real politics by accommodating left and the Congress together in her alliance, or it is going to be just one of the things that left and the Congress go together and Mamata fight separately, then it's favor. But at the same time, we have also seen in 2019 that a complete unified opposition, as in Uttar Pradesh of SP, BSP, or as in Karnataka of Congress and JDS, has actually resulted in BJP kind of crossing 50% in both these states. So leaving the entire field for the BJP as the party to defeat, that might also not be a very good calculation as far as the opposition or the non-BJP parties in West Bengal are concerned.
Okay, respond to this quickly, Kamruzzaman Chaudhary, and I'll bring in Waris Pathan. There is some wisdom here for you also, Waris Pathan, and for you, the Samajwadi Party. All of you fight together if you really want to make a dent on the BJP. Respond, Kamruzzaman Chaudhary.
I really respect Deshmukh Saab out here. His analysis have been always too good. And in this case also, Deshmukh Saab, you need to wait for the 5 states that are going to the polls this time. Whether Congress becomes a B partner of the United Coalition or Congress leads the coalition. There cannot be electoral adjustment with regards to the seat adjustment, or it cannot be some other adjustment. It might be a post-poll alignment also. It may be issue-based alignment also among the opposition
parties. But sir, post-poll alignment will be of no use because all of you will end up losing. Right now, you have cut into the TMC's vote.
Let me be very candid.
In Murshidabad, you are cutting into their vote. In Bhangar, the ISF is cutting into their vote. Essentially, most of the places where they are suffering is where the minority vote is a large one. And it's not the BJP taking it away. You are taking it away. ISF is taking it away. Maybe Waris Pathan's party will come in the Lok Sabha and take a little bit of it away.
No, it's not a question of the minority votes alone. Karnataka has shown, where 13% of the Muslim votes were there, but we got a very higher vote share. It's not essentially boils down. Don't simplify the electoral process and don't try to question the
no, actually
the
not.
IQ of the Indian
Actually,
voter.
it's a great thing that you have brought up Karnataka. Sanju Verma, I know you want to rebut, but I think we should bring in both Nahid Lari Khan and Waris Pathan as well, because in Karnataka, an undivided chunk of the Muslim vote has gone to the Congress. That's why you got a handsome performance. In the Trinamool Congress assembly election, they got an undivided chunk of the minority vote, so they ended up posting a handsome win. Now you are dividing it. Waris Pathan, lesson for you in 2019, merge in the Congress. आप भी चले जाइए बैंगलोर और सब साथ में मिलके लड़िए.
ओवैसी साहब तो बीजेपी के साथ में है ही, अभी उसमें काम मर्ज करेंगे.
Well, they held a meeting in Patna. We were not.
Mr. Pathan.
Well, if you allow me to make my point, I will. Otherwise, I will keep quiet and let them. Yeah. The first and foremost thing, Padmaja, I would like to bring to your notice is they held the meeting, the 15-17 parties in Patna. But we were not invited. We are political untouchables for them. No problem. But our intention and our aim is to ensure that BJP is defeated in 2024 and Modi does not become the Prime Minister for the third time. We are fighting for that. We will put all our efforts out to ensure that they are defeated. But these people, their arrogance is that they don't want to come with us. We have stated time and again that kindly join hands with us. We will defeat them. But now coming to Bengal, I was told I want to speak upon this Bengal violence. What you, me, everybody, the country has seen last several days, as violence has taken place in Bengal. Tamancha, bombs are being used in the poll. Poll booths have been ransacked. What is this going on in the country? Now let me tell you, the BJP and the TMC are both two sides of the same coin. The Noora Kushti is going on for power. They all are fighting this for the purpose of power. And other side, the secular parties. This is the opportunistic secularism. These things are happening in our country. Prior to the poll, 42 people had died. Out of that, 28 were Muslims. On the polling date, 20 people died. Out of them, 15 were Muslims. So what are they trying to show? For Muslims, you want their vote, and what have you done for them? You want to come to power by saying that the Muslims should die. What have you done for them? You want their vote, you want to come to power, and what is the TMC or for that reason the BJP has done for the benefit of the Muslims at large? Nothing. See, we contested on very few seats and we have won. Now they are calling us the B team. In Patna, Sharad Pawar was present, Praful Patel was present in the meeting of the so-called secular parties took place. Praful Patel, after the meeting, after having tea, coffee, everything, he came to Maharashtra, Mumbai. He went to Fadnavis. He joined hands with the BJP.
Mr. Pathan,
he became
all of
the
that
minister
is fine. Now what we are showing you is hard data.
The actual B team
the
of the
fear
BJP
is
now?
when you...
Officially, the NCP has been declared as the BJP's B team.
Fine, but whatever you are saying, Mr. Pathan, ultimately
this
it
is
all
the
boils down to the
secularism,
data.
I call them.
You might
They
have
want
your
the vote from the
ideological
Muslim, but they don't
differences
want
with
to
the
do anything
Congress
for the
and the
benefit of the
Trinamool
Muslims.
Congress, but you will end up being what the ISF is in West Bengal, you will end up being in the Lok Sabha. 4 सीटें जीतेंगे और डेंट सबको करेंगे. What has the ISF achieved? They have basically dented the Trinamool Congress in places like Bhangar, and even then not really won much.
Our intention when we fight or contest election is to ensure that our candidates win. This is what the main intention of the party is. So we go there, we contest election, but the so-called secular parties, they don't want us to join them. And after the elections, if something happens to them or somebody candidate loses, they come with a tag that you are the BJP's B team. Because of you, you lost. We don't care for them.
Okay, you don't care for them.
Dr. Shantanu Sen, our candidates win. Whether Bengal or all over India, our party will decide in which places we will be contesting. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Shantanu Sen, the results are now in front of us, and it seems that the Trinamool Congress, while sweeping ahead, has got some reverses thanks largely to the CPM and the Congress. Your message to the CPM and the Congress before you meet them in Bengaluru.
See, our stand is very clear, which has been depicted by our party supremo time and again, that there is a national issue. We want a BJP-free India. So our message is very clear. Those who want to oust BJP, those who want to make India BJP-free, those who want to give the people of India a real political, financial and economic and social freedom, they all must come together. And our stand is very clear. a regional party in a particular state which can take BJP head on, which can defeat BJP politically in the election, they should be supported and promoted by all other political parties. So far as state of West Bengal is concerned, it is as clear as water that it's only All India Trinamool Congress which can defeat BJP.
But can you take them on nationally?
Phenomenon.
Can you take them on nationally? That's the question. Because if really you were the first choice of people of Bengal, why have some of them gone towards the Congress now?
See, that's a separate deal. I tell you, once there is a state issue, there is a national issue. You have to differentiate in between. You have to think it very rationally. In our state of West Bengal, there was a rule of 34 years by left regime. And our fight was against CPIM. We have defeated CPIM and Mamata Banerjee became the chief minister. Now she is the chief minister for the third term. Now CPIM has become zero in the last assembly election. Congress has become zero in the last assembly election. If they really want to fight BJP nationally, they have to take the decision whether they will strengthen BJP by fighting against Trinamool Congress or they will fight against BJP.
But they have increased in the panchayat election.
They have to take the call.
Is there a change at the grassroots? Is there a change at the grassroots? Because take a look at how Malda performed last time and this time. Sir, last time around, if you could just let me give you the data. In Malda, CPIM won 179 in 2018, Congress won 59. This time, even in the provisional tally, CPM is already at 39 and Congress is at 122. Last panchayat election, they were at 59. This panchayat election, Congress is already at 122 in Malda. And this, by the way, are areas where you do well, where there is a significant Muslim population. There is already the case of Murshidabad. Yashwant Deshmukh also wants to make a point over here, so does Sanju Verma. Yes, Yashwantji, first you, then Sanju Verma, then Dr. Sen respond.
Well, there is a larger question out here as far as this opposition alliance thing is concerned, and I would like to know from the Congress spokesperson that would he like his party to go with the TMC in the Lok Sabha elections as the alliance partner, number one. Number two, all his workers and leaders who were kind of the target of unimaginable violence in Bengal, can he tell his workers and leaders, if they go along with the TMC, to vote for the TMC leadership, vote for the TMC candidate after suffering so much, in this political violence? And that's a practical question for me to ask.
Okay, practical question before Kamruzzaman Chaudhary answers, Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, since we are talking about 2024, let's not forget the 10th April 2023 order by the Election Commission, whereby NCP lost, I'm talking of the Sharad Pawar faction, it lost its national party status. Trinamool Congress lost its national party status, and that's very relevant because to be a national party, the most important condition is that you need to have at least 6% vote share, either in the last Lok Sabha election or in the preceding 4 assembly elections in 4 states. If the Trinamool Congress could not win 6% vote share in even 4 states that went to assembly elections between 2019 and 2023, तो फिर ये किस हिसाब से मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने देखकर ये सोच रहे हैं that Mission 2024 is not about Narendra Modi but about Mamata Didi? Are you hallucinating? Point number 2, and please indulge me in this. I just want to say one thing, that today Bihar is the best example of opposition unity, for want of a better word. You have the CPM, the Congress, the RJD and the JDU together. And we all know, Padmaja, that at least in 20 seats, they are Muslim dominated in Bihar. Kishanganj, Katihar, Araria and Purnia. BJP in 2020 increased its vote share in these Muslim dominated areas, but we did not win anything. You had the RJD at 8, you had the AIMIM at 5, you had the Congress at 4, you had the CPI at 2 and you had BSP at 1. But I am told that after this performance, there has been a large amount of fractions between AIMIM, RJD and JDU, and the seat sharing formula going forward in 2024 is not looking rosy, and I base my conclusions on the back of this fact that in 2019 Lok Sabha, if you remember, DMK and Congress were an alliance. But in 2021 assembly polls, out of 234 seats, how many seats did Stalin allow Congress to fight on? Only on 25 seats. My limited point is यहाँ तो seat sharing, किस seat पर कौन लड़ेगा, उसमें ही convergence नहीं है, and you're talking of opposition unity index, it's a sham.
Okay, first answer Yashwant ji, Kamruzzaman Chaudhary, then you Dr. Shantanu sir.
Yeah, can I reply?
Yes, go on, Mr. Chaudhary.
Yeah, I'm just worried whether Sanju Verma ji is the think tank of the BJP, because every time they contest the election, they lose states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka. They try to come and gobble power through the back door. But then, Padmaja, one very important thing.
No. Answer the question that Yashwant Deshmukh asked. You are talking about a post-poll alliance. He is saying post-poll alliance by telling your workers that, listen, sorry, you may have been beaten. Some of you may have been killed. Now we have to work along with these people because we have to beat Narendra Modi. Is that something that you are going to go back and tell your workers and your cadre?
Padmaja, Panchayat elections in Bengal cannot be termed as a litmus test for 2024. Let's be very clear at the start. Secondly, when Yashwant ji has asked a question whether we will be aligning with the TMC or not, let me very categorically state you from the grassroots of Bengal. We have shown it in Karnataka that without the JDS also, we have been able to form the government. We are trying to form the government in Telangana without the YRS support. Without the
But sir, we are
TRS
talking
support.
about the Lok Sabha. You can't form the government in the Lok Sabha with 52 seats. For that, you will need help of the TMC.
No,
Or the AIMIM or the Samajwadi Party. And you're all vying for the same votes.
When I speak of opposition unity in all the states that you have mentioned, all these regional parties have come up at the behest of the Congress party that Yashwant ji has already said. In Bengal, the way the votes are shifting from Mamata Banerjee's party towards the Congress and the left, we hope by 2024 we won't be needing any support of TMC in the near future.
Okay.
If at all they want to support it, that means we need to be very much careful in supporting on issue-based and a common minimum program.
Well,
and
sir, then you need to not say this on TV. You need to send a letter to Tughlaq Road. You know that. I'm going to have to pause all of you for just a second because joining us on India Upfront, we have the Governor of West Bengal, Mr. C.V. Anand Bose. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us today. As the counting takes place in West Bengal, you had said that after darkness there is light. वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी. Are you disappointed in the way in which the elections have been carried out, given that there have been deaths, there has been bombing even today on counting day?
My disappointment is not on the conduct of elections. My disappointment is focused on the violence that has taken place. Most heinous violence, murder most foul. I could see and experience what was there in ground zero. People came to me, women, young women, who became a widow overnight because her husband was killed. Children wailing because they were orphaned overnight. Their father was killed. There are instances of intimidation, stabbing, knifing, beating to death, hacking. Everything is there. This is something which is quite disturbing. This is not something which the people want. This is not something which the people of Bengal deserve.
At whose door does the buck stop, sir? For this entire violence, with whom does the buck stop, according to you?
That is to be established. Violence has to end. Violence will not end overnight. We have to take concerted steps to stem the violence, nip it in the bud. That is something which calls for action, not an alibi for inaction. from the part of all stakeholders. There is a constitution with us, there is a rule of law. We have to act accordingly. First, we have to take a determination that we will end violence. Once that is there, I think it will come as a people's movement. Already the People for Peace movement has started. In the peace room of the Raj Bhavan, thousands and thousands of petitions are coming, which reflect the resolve of the people to end violence. Violence has to be coffined, and the last nail will have to be driven deep. That is what is required. That is what I, in my capacity as governor, will try for.
Now, the main opposition parties, not just the BJP, but the Congress and the CPM, have also raised questions about the conduct of the State Election Commission. Do you think there should be accountability there?
The State Election Commission is appointed by the governor. About the conduct of my appointee, I have expressed certain reservations as timely correction. I am not here to pass open judgment on a particular individual. But I know this is not the way the election is to be conducted. This is not what the people of Bengal deserve. That is a larger question which has to be looked into from various angles, and I will discharge my duty in this regard.
The West Bengal government, on its part, has alleged that central forces which were sent to ensure peaceful polling were nowhere to be seen. They are suggesting malafide at the hands of central forces, including instances where they were accused of trying to manipulate the election. What do you have to say to that?
That's a point of view. That has to be examined by the competent authorities, and the public will come to know of the truth in due course.
Mr. Bose, finally I want to ask you, the TMC has also accused you when you decided to do a tour of the polling booths where polling was taking place, etc. They said you are interfering in the electoral process and are overstepping the line. Your response?
I welcome accusations by political parties. That is the beauty of democracy. I do not agree with them, but I'll uphold their right to say that. Truth is there. Truth will come out. I can hold my head high against any opposition to the actions which I am doing. I think I am doing whatever is constitutionally correct, whatever is ethically correct, and whatever is correct as a human being.
You met the Union Home Minister in Delhi. What were his primary concerns?
My interactions with my constitutional colleagues will be kept confidential till a decision is taken. Once a decision is taken, I will, in all humility, inform it appropriately, in the appropriate manner, at the appropriate time. Till that time, let me exercise circumspection in such matters.
All right. Really appreciate you speaking to us, Mr. C.V. Anand Bose, Governor of West Bengal. You said that ultimately the truth will come out. We'll wait for that to happen. Thanks very much for joining us. Returning to our panel, when we are talking about the larger electoral message, Yashwant Deshmukh, you wanted to make a point, and I also want to bring in Nahid Lari Khan.
I am glad that I wanted to make a point where Honorable Governor actually started and stopped, the question of political violence. And maybe the leaders can weave out the kind of alliances in Delhi and elsewhere sitting in their rooms. But my problem or my question with that still is, I guess that the Congress was also at the Congress workers and the leaders were also at the receiving end of the brutal violence, just because they were getting a lot of traction in these elections. The moment they start getting up, they do face violence. cruel, very, very, very barbaric political violence in West Bengal. Even after going through that sort of wave of violence, is the Congress leadership still thinking of going ahead and having a kind of alliance? And if they go ahead, the central leadership or other leadership decide, do they really feel that their cadre, after going through this cycle of violence, is going to vote for the united opposition if they at all go ahead and do that alliance?
Now, let me ask the Samajwadi Party, ma'am, anyone who is seen as a potent threat at the state level is subjected to violence. The Congress saw it happening in West Bengal. Will you be at the receiving end, or will you be the aggressor in Uttar Pradesh if such an alliance was to happen? Because you're all competing for the same chunk of pie.
See, Padmaja, if you talk about Uttar Pradesh, we have also seen a lot of violence during Panchayat elections. I think such sort of a thing must have not happened in West Bengal like it happened in Uttar Pradesh. This is echoing, please have it corrected.
We'll just do that. Give me 10 seconds, please go on. 10 seconds, we'll have it fixed.
BJP netas, they did cheer haran of OBC women. BJP netas did cheer haran of OBC women. There were all types of tamanchas and kattas and bombs and everything was used during the elections here, during Panchayat elections. It was shown all over the media. Now, BJP spokesperson was talking about local bodies elections of Uttar Pradesh. Let me remind her, Uttar Pradesh does not comprise of only those 17 seats which BJP has won, the mayor seats. Uttar Pradesh is a very big state and she doesn't know. I'm sharing with you the data of the election commission. BJP in 3,706 seats. BJP has security, their security deposits have been taken. Nagar Panchayat members, out of 7,113 total seats, BJP only won 1,401 seats. Rest, Samajwadi Party and others won 5,712 seats. Nagar Palika Parishad, 5,250 seats were there. BJP only won 1,340. Rest 3,910 seats, Samajwadi Party and others won. Nagar Palika Parishad Adhyaksh and Panchayat Adhyaksh now. Out of 743 total seats, 279 only BJP won 279 seats. Rest 464 seats, Samajwadi Party and others won. So before quoting any data, Sanju Verma ji, you should at least be, thorough with you should put correct data on the.
Okay, respond to this.
Right now we were talking about the 2024.
Okay, respond to this data, Sanju Verma. Respond to this data from Uttar Pradesh.
No, you've had your say. Now please learn to listen to the other side. Padmaja, you need to give me my
Hold on a second. Ladies, hold on a second. One at a time. Sanju Verma, make your point.
Yeah. अभी समाजवादी पार्टी की प्रवक्ता सुनिए ध्यान से. रामपुर बाई इलेक्शन, BJP's Ghanshyam Lodi defeated Samajwadi Party's Asim Raza.
I will come back to you, Nahid ji. I will come back to you. Give her 30 seconds only. I'll come back to you.
Yes.
But only 30 seconds, Sanju Verma. Yes.
Rampur by-election, BJP's Ghanshyam Lodi defeated Samajwadi Party's Asim Raza. Azamgarh by-poll, BJP's Dinesh Yadav defeated Dharmendra Yadav. Samajwadi Party got 5 seats in Lok Sabha 2019, which has now come down to 3. You said, दोबारा योगी आदित्यनाथ मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे नहीं. You were reduced to a measly 111 seats. यहाँ बैठकर चिल्लाने से सच्चाई बदलेगी नहीं.
Nahid Lari Khan disagrees. Nahid Lari Khan, quick rebuttal.
2024.
Now let me respond. Let me respond.
7.
No, this is not the way, Padmaja. Let me respond properly.
Go on, ma'am. Okay, one at a time. Only Samajwadi Party.
Now
Yes.
Why is she talking about Purana elections? Talk about the latest by-election, that is Mainpuri election. That is the trailer for Lok Sabha election. The Mainpuri by-election which took place, in which the BJP minister lost terribly. Approximately with 3 lakh vote BJP lost. This will be the condition of BJP 19.
Okay, this will be the condition you say.
Repeated, wherein the alliance, the grand alliance of public and opposition will get together and completely wash off BJP from India.
Okay, Shantanu Sen wants to come in. Shantanu Sen, Waris Pathan both want to come in. First Shantanu Sen, then Waris Pathan. And Waris Pathan is laughing at your suggestion, Nahid Lari Khan. But Shantanu Sen first.
Padmaja, please allow me to say uninterrupted. First of all, I must tell you the state issues. So far the states are concerned, CPM is having fight against Congress in Kerala. In Punjab and Delhi, AAP is having fight with Congress. In Telangana, Congress is having fight with BRS. but it hardly matters so far the national issue is concerned, number one. And number two, Madam Sanju Verma seems to be very scared, and that's why she is shouting so much, because she knows very well that they have become zero in the entire southern part of India. They know very well that they are losing their vote every now and then. They know it very well that 16 political parties, they are allies, they are left NDA, and they know that their days are numbered so far the national political scenario is concerned. And they know when all the opposition political parties are coming together, and you just cannot ignore Trinamool Congress. It hardly makes any difference whether we are national party or not. We are the third largest political party in the country, and we are the second largest opposition in the parliament.
Exactly, sir. But then why are you facing reverses?
West Bengal is being victimized every moment.
Why are you facing reverses in the one state that you are in power? The fact that you've lost seats in the village of Arabul Islam. The fact that BJP is winning in places like Nandigram, from where Mamata Banerjee herself had contested.
It proves that democracy
in Cooch Behar, the BJP is ahead.
It proves we are losing seat means democracy is prevailing and election was free and fair. Election was taken place in a democratic way. That's why you have lost many seats as well. It is not Uttar Pradesh or Tripura where BJP won by 96%, 90% uncontested.
Well, sir,
This proves that election has taken place freely, fairly and democratically.
If that is the case, then I wonder why 2006 people have been booked for electoral violence, of which 600 have been arrested in this wonderfully free and fair election. I'm going to give the last word to Waris Pathan. Is there a pushback now? You know,
and if you see the data...
Yes, go on. Finish your point, Dr. Santanu said. Yes.
If you see the data, more number of Trinamool Congress got assaulted and killed.
Okay, I'm just going to give the last word to Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan, it is always said in elections that the Muslims vote as a bloc. That is the electoral calculation for most political parties. Is West Bengal showing otherwise? And is it going to give food for thought to all political parties?
Well, Padmaja, why do I say that we can defeat and we will defeat the BJP? Because we have set an example. In 2019 Lok Sabha Elections, our party contested on 3 seats. One from Telangana, Owaisi Sahab contested, one in Kishanganj, Bihar, Akhtar Iman contested, one in Maharashtra, Aurangabad. Out of the 3 contested seats, we won 2 seats. And in Aurangabad, AIMIM defeated 3-term sitting the member of parliament, who was the BJP and Shiv Sena's sitting member of parliament. So we have the power that we can defeat the BJP. We have got the love and affection from the public because we talk about development. We talk about the future of the Muslims, the Dalits, the Adivasis, everything. The minorities were with us. And now also I say that we will contest election. The party will decide how many seats we contest. But I am sure that we will be able to defeat the BJP. And will ensure that the Modi does not become the Prime Minister for the 3rd time. Whether the so-called secular parties join us or no, if they join us, well and good, we can defeat them. If no, we will contest and pull all out efforts to ensure that Sanju Verma, your party is defeated.
Okay, put all your efforts. I'm going to end it at that, but also ensure that when you defeat the BJP and you have members of parliament, secular parties like the RJD don't take all of your MPs like they took your MLAs in Bihar. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, Sanju Verma, for joining me. All right.